Question 895. A seller's broker can be liable to the buyer when a. The listing agreement is of the exclusive right to sell type, b. Acting beyond the scope of their employment contract, c. Acting as an attorney in fact for the seller, d. Either A or C. Correct answer is B. Acting beyond the scope of their employment contract. A broker's contract normally makes them the agent of the seller. But by performing actions not covered under the terms of their contract, a broker would then be acting as an agent of the other party, the buyer. Question 896. On the sale of a business, which of the following items would incur sales tax? A. Furniture, b. Goodwill, c. Fixtures, d. Both A and C. Correct answer is D. Both A and C. Sales tax is collected on the transfer of furniture and fixtures. Goodwill is not taxable. Question 897. A major advantage of an investment in real estate over the stock market is A. Appreciation, b. Depreciation, c. Interest rate decline, d. Like-kind exchanges. Correct answer is B. Depreciation. An investor can benefit from the depreciation deduction offered by real estate, not available from stocks or bonds. Question 898. Once a listing agreement is signed, a fiduciary relationship exists between the A. Broker and seller, b. Broker and buyer, c. Broker, buyer and seller, d. No fiduciary relationship exists. Correct answer is A. Broker and seller. The broker and seller are the two parties to a listing agreement. The listing creates an agency relationship, which places the agent, the broker, in a position of trust, owing a fiduciary duty to the principal, the seller. Question 899. A provision in a security instrument stating that the instrument will have a lower lien priority than another mortgage or deed of trust is called A. Acceleration clause, b. Secondary lien position clause, c. Subordination clause, d. Priority positioning clause. Correct answer is C. Subordination clause. This clause makes it possible for a later recorded security instrument to assume a higher priority lien position. Usually, subordination clauses are used in mortgages securing purchase loans for unimproved land, when the borrower is planning to obtain a construction loan later from a lender who will demand the superior lien priority. Question 900. A salesperson must have a blank with a broker that the salesperson that covers supervision of licensed activities, duties and compensation. A. Basic understanding. B. Signed, written agreement. C. Mutual stake in ownership. D. None of the above. Correct answer is B. Signed, written agreement. If a supervising broker dies, goes out of business, or has her license suspended or revoked, all of her listings will usually be terminated. Question 901. A deed is required to A. Be signed by a legally competent grantee. B. Include a legal description of the property being conveyed. C. Be signed by a legally competent grantor. D. Include the history of prior ownership of the property dating back at least 25 years. Correct answer is C. Be signed by a legally competent grantor. Neither a grantee's signature or legal description is mandatory for deeds. Neither is a record of past ownership. Question 902. A tenant with a lease to reside in an apartment building asks the landlord to repair the furnace that provides heat for all the units in the building. The landlord ignores the tenant's repeated requests. It is winter time and very cold in the building. In reaction, the tenant decides to stop paying his monthly rent until the landlord does the repairs. The tenant is A. Legally in the right. B. Legally in the wrong. C. Authorized to check into a hotel and have the landlord pay the bill. D. None of the above. Correct answer is A. Legally in the right. According to the Bree reference book, if the landlord does not honor a lease's implied warranty of habitability, such as providing heat for a building in the winter, the tenant can be considered constructively evicted. That means he may remain in possession and halt rental payments according to how much his use and enjoyment of the premises has been impaired. Question 903. Which of these expenses would not be included in the Uniform Settlement Statement form provided to the parties after a RESPA-covered transaction closes? A. Appraisal fee. B. Finder's fees paid to a lender by a broker. C. Title insurance fee. D. Pest inspection cost. Correct answer is B. Finder's fees paid to a lender by a broker. Finder's fees are illegal under RESPA. Question 904. Complete title to a property can be transferred with A. Trust deed. B. Grant deed. C. Both A and B. D. Neither A or B. Correct answer is B. Grant deed. A grantor uses a grant deed to transfer title to a grantee. A trust deed is a security device in which legal title and real property is transferred to a trustee, who holds it as security for a loan between a borrower and lender. Equitable title remains with the borrower. Question 905. The amount of annual property taxes paid by a homeowner is determined by A. Collectively assessing the land and improvements, then multiplying by the tax rate. B. Separately assessing the land and improvements, then multiplying the total by the tax rate. C. Separately assessing the land and improvements, then multiplying by different tax rates. D. Any of the above. Correct answer is B. Separately assessing the land and improvements, then multiplying the total by the tax rate. Land and improvements are valued separately, although the tax rate is the same. Question 906. A. N. blank is a lien. A. Implied promise. B. Easement. C. Homestead. D. Attachment. Correct answer is D. Attachment. A lien must have a monetary value, so only an attachment qualifies as correct.